Hello everybody, my name is Černý and I work in photon energy as a sales representative, and before I get this position and I used to work as an operator. That's why I'm here now, but I'll tell you something about our monitoring. So in the beginning of my presentation, I would like to tell you that all the monitoring system is developed by photon energy. We got on hardware implementation and we got our team of implementators. Our monitoring system is compatible with all inverters and technologies. It's for all users. It's for the technicians, for the operators, and obviously for the investors and the owners. It's web-based, hosted by web cloud. It's included all dispatching as well. We do monitoring of 365 days, 7 days by week, all the holidays as well. And another interesting thing is the PECOM 2 is coming soon for all users and it will be much upgraded. Okay, firstly I would like to tell you how we are reading the data. We are able to read all the data from your devices, as sensors, string monitoring, inverters, and whatever you would like to get measured by our Photon PLC. All the data goes by internet to our PECOM system, PECOM energy. Monitoring. So we got 3 levels of monitoring. The first one is based on the level of decentral inverters. This is the basic module. The second one is based on the big decentral inverters. They are good for the covering of the big PV plants as well. And the third one and most effective type is the string monitoring. And now I would like to tell you something more about the string monitoring. String monitoring is essentially the most effective type of the monitoring because you are able to see on the level of one string, which gives you the best control of the PV plant. We are also able to do upgrade, the retrofit. So basically, if you go the normal big decentral inverters, you can upgrade it for the string monitoring. It's widely compatible. We do wired or wireless version. So it means there's no digging, no digging needed. In the beginning of my presentation, I told you that I used to be an operator. So now I would like to describe how the operator works. So firstly, you are looking in the monitoring system PECOM, and you see some fault. Let's say the whole PV plant fall down. You get the problem of high voltage. So first thing what you do, you will create a ticket, you will contact the owner, you will call to the local distribution, you will go to the internet provider to get as many information as you are able. Then you will create a ticket. I will tell you something more about tickets on the next slides. We got on dispatch, as I will tell you, so we are contacting our technicians by ticketing and by phone call as well. And then all technicians goes to the field plant to get fixed what is needed. They will double check it with the operator by phone call. And when it's everything ready, we closing the ticket and we are also contacting the owners and job is done. So this is how our monitoring PECOM system looks like. And over here you can see the inverter number 50 has a 0 power, which means we need to create a ticket on it, and you see the time at 5, it's happened at 5 o'clock. So our operator create a ticket, as you can see here, in the next 15 minutes. So the ticket it's done, and there's another good thing. It's this little rocket. If you press it, you are able to see the live values. All the data are read straight from the PLC, which is good with the double checking with the technicians on the field. There's a rocket, and this is how the tickets look like. So this is the open ticket with the inverter 50, as I told you before. There is a title, it's an inverter 4 obviously. There's the name of the technicians. He will receive email with this ticket. We do 3 types of SLA. The SLA1 is good for the fault of sensors, obviously, if it has not impact on the power. The SLA2 has impact on the power less than 10%. So we're using SLA2 in these cases with a fault of one inverter only. And SLA number 3, it has impact more than 10%, so which means the whole PV plant fall down. This is the ticketing list. All the tickets are selected by ID, has a status, beginning of the problem, title, and variables and devices as well. This is our stock. Our stock is it's connected by ticket, which means when technicians will use, for example, some fuse or anything, it's counted by stock, and it's limited. So, for example, there's only 10 left, so which means the owner and everybody will receive a notification about this amount of devices. It's all management, where you can find all the contacts. There are contacts for the owners, for the distributions, for the internet providers, for the PCO, even for the managers of the PV plant. You know, it's something could happen. There's a place to find some right contact. In the management, you can find the data sheets and all the protocol, which is really good. Basically, it's something like a place where you can store all the documents. On the bottom there are the entries, because it's necessary to have all the information with the PV plant, who's been there, how many times he spent here, and it's also sorted by ticket ID. We believe with the right documentation we can face any problems, so that's why we've got on every single PV plant or map with the inverters, because we have to see the position of the inverters on the field. We do analysis. It's a necessary step, because you can recognize any deviation and all the problems from the analysis. So let me explain this one. On the beginning of day, we can see some shadows, for example, from this graph. And on the end of the day, there's a little fault. So maybe it's about the bad weather. So this graph is its performance of the two central inverters and the radiation. There's another graph. It's about the performance ratio and the irradiation for a few days. We do reports. For our clients, we do daily reports, weekly reports, and monthly reports. They are generated straight from our background. Forecasting. We do forecasting, and forecasting is done based on the mathematical model, which is combines satellite meteorological data with the local ground meteorological station, and vessels are compared with technical setup on the specific power plant. This is the map. We use this map for a double check of the forecasting of the wind, because it's necessary to present the strong wind, because it's necessary. There is another slide about the forecasting influenced by the performance ratio. It's a combination of the forecasting and the performance ratio. Performance ratio is coefficient counted by PECOM and forecast. Then you can get the real PV plant production. Megawatt hour reported to the electricity distributor. An example is a nominal PR. It's a 90%. It's a project value. For example, if you build the new PV plant, the actual performance ratio from our PECOM monitoring system is about 75%, which means there is a difference of 17%. So you will count the forecast and this 0833, and you will get the real PV plant production. It helps you to get a better forecasting with the monitoring system. This is the overview. It's a really good thing for the investors, for the owners. I would like to say it's a variable. So, for example, this is my login. So I'm always having a project photo. The graph of power, irradiation per day, revenues, of course, because everybody would like to see how much money you receive by day, by previous day, monthly, and by year as well. The solar energy is more clear energy, as everybody knows, so we got accounting for the CO savings as well compared to the others. There's a graph audit of production and summary production. On this slide, we see a wind forecast and the graph temperature forecast on the bottom. As I told you in the previous slide, we do it on the next few days ahead. So this is the end of my presentation. I would like to thank you for attention, and if you got any more questions, don't hesitate to contact me by email, for example, anytime.
Thank you, Jan, and I invite you to have a seat.